It seems like that time. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Oh, man, it's been a while, huh? Live streams, huh? They just aren't as common as they used to be. But I guess it's a good thing if you think about it. But we're going to be doing live streams again. We're going to make it a regular thing. It's going to be great. I have coffee. Everybody's happy. So how's everybody been? Oh gosh, I see all of you. We're starting strong today. Let's see. Do we have a readout? We have 138 people. And we just started. This is nice. Yes, it is a cold morning here. A cold morning in New Jersey. It's about 32 degrees. We have some snow. I'm excited. I love snow. I don't know about you guys. Okay, let's get this all going. We're going to do things a little differently today. Bear with me, guys. YouTube has a whole new setup for the live streaming. And so I just want to get that solved real quick, and then we're going to jump right into some questions. And what we're going to be doing today is all money that is made today will be going towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So 100% of every like, every view, every donation is going towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation for children. And I've included a link in the description below. So if that's something you guys are interested in, if you don't want it to go through the love chat, if you'd rather just go donate directly, that's great too, as long as we're helping kids, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been a while. Hi, Tim. How are you? Derek, what's going on, my friend? Okay, so let's jump into some questions and comments here. Rory, success story. 5 months ago, my ex monkey branched me. Lost 15 kilograms. Got confidence back thanks to you. And last weekend, I saw her on the same wedding. Keep it classy and didn't even want her. Good for you. Congratulations. Hey, Rory, so refreshing to hear your voice. Ready to hear all your wise let's see. Hi, Jonelle. What's going on, man? Mason says, what if she says she wants to be friends with benefits, makes all these rules, then breaks most of them? When we are together, it feels like we're back. What do I do? Please help. Well, from what it sounds like, you might not be ready to be back in a relationship. It sounds like you still have some of those anxieties, and you really want to consider if it's worth your emotional health to be doing that, right? Because, yeah, you're right. She has all the power if you let her have it. In reality, you have all the power. So I just want to remind you of that. If a situation doesn't work for you, walk away. If you feel like you're just taking what you can get and you're not really happy, walk away. Let's see, Ralph. Hey, how's it going, Ralph? Hey, Rory, welcome back. We miss you on YouTube. Ex-girlfriend removed our picture on social media after 5 months. Any thoughts? Sometimes it's just they just don't want to look at the picture anymore. They're done being reminded. It doesn't really mean anything good or bad. It just is. I would try and avoid thinking that, you know, just because they removed your picture means you recently did something to piss them off or anything like that. It could just mean the picture's there. It hurts me to look at the picture. I'm going to remove the picture. Which, if you think about it, is in a weird way a good thing, because that means your picture still bothers them. But let's not dive too deeply into the mind reading. Let's see here. Mateus. Hey, Rory. Is going to an event you know your ex will be at breaking no contact? I don't think so, man. You can't put your life on hold for your ex. You really can't. I really, really wouldn't worry about that. Go live your life. Go have a good time. And if you see her, you'd be relaxed, be easygoing, funny. That's it. All right, Jonelle says, I'm flying and attending a wedding in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Ex is going to be there, going to be sharing accommodation for both of us. Going to be sharing accommodation, and both of us are going to New York City for Christmas. Advice? Well, you've done this merry-go-round before, my friend, so you know what to do. Just be relaxed and easygoing. If the night ends up, getting a little heated and intimate, that Great, cool. Don't try and lock your ex down. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. Andy, how are you, my friend? Thank you for the 10 euros. Hi, Rory. Just here to help if they need it. Need a mod? Yeah, you should be in a mod by now. We'll have words. We'll talk after this, Andy. Yeah, you're here enough. All right, so it's 11:11. Make-A-Wish. Make a wish for those kids. Make-A-Wish Foundation. Sorry, I haven't had enough coffee. The corny jokes will stop once the coffee hits like 25% of the cup left. Okay, so next we have Rusty Quest. Hi, Rory. My ex broke up with me because her parents don't like me as her boyfriend. I am doing no contact since 5 months. She seems like she doesn't want to get back with me. Parents can be tricky. I'm assuming from the question that you guys are young. Parents are tricky. And they're the ones that raise her. They're the ones that provide for her. They're the ones that, really help her feel secure and let her do anything. So imagine you go home every day and all your parents have to say about your partner is negative things. We don't want you to be with him or her or whatever. Or they. And it's tricky, right? Because if it's you versus the parents are almost always going to win, especially when you're younger. That's less true when you're older. But I'm assuming just based on the question that you guys are younger. What I would say is that if it's been 5 months and your ex isn't showing any signs of changing or turning the other way, move forward, man. Move forward. And take this time to focus much more on you and much less on her. Alrighty, what do we have here? Ibsen, thank you for the 10 euros. Hi, Rory. After 4.5 months, I received a handwritten letter from my ex, and we are now back together. Thanks for guiding me through rough times. I will continue helping in the Discord. From Ibsen. Congratulations, my friend. You got your ex back. From which part of NJ are you? Yes. Moving on. Tyler, how's it going, man? Hi, Rory. I'm rounding the 5-month mark, and I think I'm over it now. Thank you, DG, Coach Craig Kenneth, and Margaret. Lost 40 pounds since the breakup. Am in great shape and enjoying my life. Thank you. No, thank you for following the advice. Good on you, my friend. Dan, how's it going, buddy? Dimitri says, say, man, wife is dating someone else, probably monkey branched. Been in no contact, but now says she has to make a decision. What do I do? Reach out or not? You should not be reaching out. If your wife left you and if your wife is dating someone else, you should not be reaching out. If you want to work it out with your wife, if you can put aside the fact that she's dating someone else while you guys are together, you can say, look, give me a call if it doesn't work out between you two, but I don't want to be messing with you. Right? If you're with somebody else, I'm not in your picture. As simple as that. And try not to think too much about it, Try to just say, hey, look, I know what I need, and I don't accept what you need. And specifically, let me be clear, that is specifically targeted at the fact that she's dating another person, right? I don't care if you are dating someone else, and I'm not going to break my, what's the best way to put this? I'm not saying this elegantly. I'm not going to break my, what I know I need to be happy in a relationship or your whims, right? If you want to have a healthy relationship, well, that requires two people ready to give, not one person completely willing to take and one person giving everything. So I guess that's a bit more of a concise way of saying that. Moving to Bobby. Hello, Rory. I just changed my Spotify password that I shared with her. Was it a good move? I mean, it's your Spotify, right? So yeah. I wouldn't have done it purposely manipulatively, so if that's why you did it, I mean, we don't want to resort to those types of tactics, but good on you all the same. Joshua, thank you for the $20 donation. Hey, Rory, been in no contact for 5 months. After a 7-year relationship, she deleted me from social media, but looks at my Facebook stories often because my account is public. Not sure what that means. This has been going on for months. How do you know that she's looking at your Facebook account? I don't know that Facebook has a track. You mean like your stories and stuff? And I want you to be careful about the mind reading. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could mean that she's missing you, could mean that she enjoys the content you put out, could mean she wants an update on your life. But let's be careful on mind reading too much. Next we have Manny. Thank you for the $5 donation. Under what circumstances do letters work? A grand total of none. The situation that you heard last time The person who dumped him sent the letter, not the dumpee. Not the dumpee. You should not walk away from this expecting to send a letter and it'll work. Okay, sorry about that. Dog wanted to go out. And expect jolly barking any second. You just watch. So, like I was saying, guys, the dumpee received the letter. So you should not be sending a letter. The woman who broke up with him sent him the letter. Do not send a letter. Okay. I think the message is clear. Don't send the goddamn letter. I have heard it destroy situations. I'm not just being cute either, guys. You have to remember, like, by this point, since the love check was created in 2017, I've coached tens of thousands of people. And do you know how many times the letters worked? A grand total of 0 times. So don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Let's go with Terry. Hi, Rory. 4.5 months after breakup and no contact, the ex got back in touch with me, and we got back together. Thank you to you and the dating guy for all your advice. It's going well. Awesome. Hey, congratulations. Whoa, Deepak, man. Can't spam like that. Deepan Car. Sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. Deepan Car. All right, here we have Maurice. Rory had a mutual breakup 5 months ago. After 3 years, begged for 2 months, pushed her away. She refused to get back together. Now she's in a friends with benefits, and I'm in no contact. How to get her back? Well, you focus on yourself, right? Take good care of you. Do what you know you need to do, right? Do what you need to do to focus on yourself, your healing. Let no contact do its thing. And remember that we're not playing a game where there's a complete guarantee. There's not a complete guarantee. You can do everything right and still lose. That's life. The link to my coaching is actually in the description. So if you just go to thelovechat.net/coaching. Slavica, thank you for the $5 donation. Boyfriend says he needs time and space apart after 6 years. Says he needs time to figure things out for himself. It's been a month. I know he loves me. He's not contacted me. Remember, guys, when your ex asks for space, it is because they've reached a point where they feel like they can't be happy with you. We need to be very clear here. If your ex says, I need space, if your ex backs away, does that tell you that you should chase them more? Well, imagine if you back away. Right? Imagine if you backed away and then somebody began chasing after you. You would be confused, right? Like, the very reason I'm backing away from you is to get space from you, and you answer that by clinging tighter? So, how's that going to help? You have to be able to give them the space to breathe, and you have to back away and focus on yourself. Let them see the value of you in their life. We make this decision on so many things in life, right? If a friend repeatedly treats you poorly, you eventually learn, okay, walk away. Walk away from that friendship. They're not good. But because it's romantic, you assume that, well, I have to do something differently. Don't think of it as romance then. Think of it as a human relationship. Give them space. Let them work out whatever they need to work out. And in the meantime, focus on you, because you win when you do that. We all win. Alrighty. Laura, thank you so much for the 10 euros. And just a reminder, all the donations for today are going towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation for Children, specifically the New Jersey chapter. Okay, Laura says, I keep going no contact. My ex reaches out. We talk. We'll even hook up. Then my ex gets awkward and nothing changes. I try to set boundaries, but he keeps breaking them. No, that's a lie. You keep breaking them. You set boundaries that you break. You set boundaries that you let down. He's not breaking them. You're breaking them. How do I know when to trust him? Simple. Stop talking to him. Stop sleeping with him. Stop doing all these things. You're giving yourself to him completely. Why does he need to do anything? Right? You're setting boundaries that are as flimsy as 8.5 by 11 paper. Where is the value? He doesn't need to do anything. He can just call you and be a little persistent, and then you'll let him come over. So we got to be careful with that. You have to hold your boundaries. Hey, dude, if you're not dating me, if you're not being romantic with me, we're not hooking up. I'm sorry. I'm not. You can't use me just for sex. That's not why we're here. So keep that in mind. He needs to be able to respect you. Your boundaries mean nothing if you constantly break them. And Manny said she's giving the milk without him having to milk the cow. Exactly. He's not doing the hard work, but he's still getting the reward. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's see what's next here. Lena. Hi, Lena. Rory, my ex reached out to me a day after his birthday, complained because I didn't wish him a happy birthday. He's in a rebound. Now he is ignoring me. What's going on here? If I recall your situation correctly, you were in a bit of a particularly messed up situation. Okay, so your ex broke up with you, is dating somebody else, and got mad at you that you didn't wish him a happy birthday. Does that seem like a good ex? Does that seem like a good person? Hey, I broke up with you. You didn't want to be broken up with. I'm dating someone else now, but I'm mad at you that you didn't wish me a happy birthday. It's sort of like, dude, just go away. Same for you, Lena. You need to have boundaries. You need to have respect. He will never respect you if you don't make him respect you. How do you make somebody respect you? Be respectable. Hold boundaries. Don't cave on the slightest little thing. Okay, let's jump into another one. I'm Dobe. Hi, Rory. Did an emergency call with you. She did end up breaking up with me after 5 years over text. Oh, very nice of her. Couldn't help myself, but say it's another guy. It's long-distance relationship. I feel so hopeless. Well, do you know it's another guy, or are you... I mean, it sounds like you're just guessing. Do you know for sure that it's another guy? I'd be very careful about mind reading if that's mind reading. Tim, thank you so much for the $10 donation. So far, so good. We're going to be donating a lot of money, and I'm going to match whatever we donate. So if we raise $200, I'm going to put in my own 200 as well. All right. Daniel Calamore says, Calamayor. There we go. If you like a certain someone that you met not too long ago, how would you go about texting? I'm not a texter, but it seems like she is. I am a social person, in person, rather than over the phone. So basically is, how do I become a better texter for dating? I don't really think you have to. I think the whole point of this is that you want to, be who you are and have the other person appreciate you for who you are. I don't think you need to change anything about the way that you interact. I understand your question, which is basically, how can I facilitate texting more to grow attraction? What I would say is text when you want and don't when you don't. If she sends you a text and you don't get back to it right away, well, that's okay. That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. I wouldn't begin changing your habits just for her benefit. I think that's particularly... that's kind of what got us in trouble in the first place. You want somebody who accepts you for who you are, down to every little detail. They don't want you to change. And that exists. So I think that would be a good answer. And if you want to pick my brain more over Discord, feel free to, Dan. We can get to a bit of a more in-depth conversation about that. Dope says, she mentioned another guy in the casual conversation on our call. Oh, right. Sorry. Bringing up your situation during a live stream is like the worst time because, again, I coach thousands of people. It's hard to remember one. If she's into him, you have to give her time to focus on the fantasy, man. If she doesn't get a chance to do a little comparison shopping and see what it's like and let that fantasy fail, because we set up the fantasy, and what is a fantasy is basically a special word for expectation, right? And expectation breaks all the time because it's set by us, and we are informed by emotion. It's very rarely do you set up a fantasy based on logic. It's usually based on emotion. I hope. I wish. I'm afraid of. It's that. So I don't want you to be too concerned about that. Let's see. Reham says, he said he doesn't want a relationship, but won't leave me alone. Should I stop responding? I would remind him that you're only interested in a romantic relationship, and that if he wants that, he can give you a call. If he doesn't want that, then to stop messaging you. If he messages you again, and you try and set a date to go see him, and he says no, remind him And then if he does it again, block him. Because he doesn't care about you. He only cares about what he can get. Oh, did we get one? I think we got 2. Okay, we got 2 here. Let me get to the first one I didn't even see. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. So, Dixie, thank you for the 10 Canadian. I am the rebound. We dated years ago and reconnected July 2019. Had a great connection, except he went back to his toxic ex at the end of October. I'm having a really hard time moving on. I've been no contact. Okay. So 2 things here. One of which was actually pointed out by Susan Winter, and she was really wise when she says this. She's really wise when she says everything. If you guys aren't subscribed to Susan Winter, go check her out. She's fantastic. So here's what I'll say. An ex going back to a former partner who is toxic for them doesn't seem normal to the typically developing person. Why? Well, because we're out of that situation. We're able to look at it and go, okay, hey, that's not good for you. That's toxic. Manny, thank you for the 5. Jesse, thank you for the 5. I'll get to both of your questions in just a minute. When a toxic situation happens, you might think, why are you going to go back to that? You know that's bad. But that's a situation they know how to thrive in. Think of it that way. In terms of moving on, I want you to go review video number 136 after the live stream is over. 136. The video is titled How to Heal, and that's going to be packed with useful things you can do. Make sure that you're not standing still. Make sure that you're moving forward. And guys, thank you so much for the donations. This is all going, 100% of it, every dollar we make today is going towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So thank you so much, and I am matching whatever we make. So really, really appreciate it, guys. We're going to help out some kids for Christmas and for the holidays. Oh, and by the way, happy holidays for those of you who celebrate, and happy New Year's for everybody. So Manny says, we dated for 2 years. It went well. Towards the end, I became needy, and she asked for space. Odds of reconciliation, time to expect. She's 20, I'm 25. Well, you know that we don't do that here. We don't give out, odds or time, because that's mind reading. I can't give you an accurate answer, and frankly, what would you do with that information other than use it to set up an expectation, which ultimately will harm you? So we don't want to do that. What I would say is that if you focus on yourself and give her the space that she's asked you for directly, your chance gets better. That much I can promise you. But I'm not going to pull out and say, oh, well, you have a 30% chance. Based on what? Based on what science? That's why, when I see people like Brad Browning or Dan Bacon or Clay Andrews or Coach Lee, who have these stupid tests that you can take on their website that says, oh, well, your chance of getting them back is 40% based on the answers. It's like, okay, cool. You guys figured out the whole human psyche, did you? Impressive. Clay Andrews figured out the human psyche, but, the best behaviorists that we have in the world couldn't yet. Okay, cool. All right. I wonder what his algorithm is. It's just stupid. Human beings aren't that simple. We're complex. Sometimes we don't even know what we want. So I can't give you an answer that she doesn't even know. Think of it that way. All right, Jesse Ruiz says, broken up before, she has a kid, she monkey branched, says he gives her what she always wanted from me, breadcrumbs randomly. No contact for 3 months. Advice? I got taken for granted. It can be particularly difficult when things like that happen. It definitely can. I think what's important is that you don't respond to the breadcrumbs, and you figure out what you need, right? So what do you need to see from your partner? And then demand it. And if you get anything less than that, you do not respond. And also, continue the physical work, the emotional work, all that we talk about. Gabriel, thank you for the donation. Hey, Rory, my girlfriend and I broke up November 22nd this year. She said that she felt I was the one for her, but lately I've been distant to her. But she still loves me. Got any tips? Long distance relationship because of college. Well, if she broke up with you because you've been distant, I want you to ask yourself, do you agree? Do you agree that you've been distant? Do you believe her response? If you have, focus on yourself. If she reaches out, say, hey, look, I realize I could have been better in the relationship. I just want you to know that I'm working on myself. Right? I'd love to see you if you ever want to. Give me a call if you change your mind. So acknowledge, if you agree, acknowledge what you've done rather. Tell her that you're making steps to fix it, to better yourself. invite her out. If she says no, cool. You go right back into no contact. Alrighty. Guys, thank you so much for the donations. We're going to help so many kids. I'm excited. Okay, I'll knock out Terry's first. Terry, thank you for the €5. I will keep it up. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, says, hey, Rory. I found out my ex has a new boyfriend after a year, and it made me feel a bit iffy and kind of distressed. Why? Well, I think that's a pretty normal human emotion, don't you? Yeah, what does the chat think? If you find out that your partner, even a former ex, even one that you've been over for a while, is dating, wouldn't you feel a little like, nah? It's not going to completely destroy your day, but it'd be like, oh, man. There's a couple reasons. You know, and I think the most common one is that we sometimes feel as though we own other people. And that can be particularly painful. You know, there's a bit of ego attached to it. But also, you still have feelings for your ex, it sounds like. And that is certainly not going to help either. So just remember to focus on what's important. Focus on what you have control over. And then you'll be great. So take your time and don't judge yourself too harshly. All right, we're catching up. To Lewis says, hey, Rory, been in no contact for 4 months. My ex recently screenshotted my Snap story. Was I wrong for asking why? Should I have ignored this behavior? I mean, I understand being a little, like, confused. Like, why'd you snap my... That's weird. Why'd you do that? Would I have reached out and asked? No. It's not contact, or rather, it's not contact you want to respond to. Is it a big deal? No, don't worry about it. Let's see. Next we have Knock. Hi, Rory. My ex told me she is scared of the future with me. That's a very normal thing. She told me she was scared to miss up on someone greater and told me I'm not mature enough. That's not so normal. I'm going to read this again, and I'm going to let chat... I'm going to respond, but I'm going to let chat respond too. So here was it one more time. Oh, your name's not Knock. Your name's Ernestus. Sorry, Ernestus. I'm sorry, I'm not used to that currency. Ernestus says, hi, Rory. My ex told me she is scared of the future with me. She told me she was scared to miss up on someone greater and told me I'm not mature enough. That's, like, brutal. That's brutally honest. Yeah, that's the only way to put it. That's just brutal. I would say that it's good that your ex was honest with you, but I don't think, you know, there's a difference between being honest and being painful, and that's just unnecessarily painful. That was your ex kind of being an asshole. So, look, move forward, right? Fine. That's how much they value you. They value you enough to feed you that bullshit. It hurts. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Move forward, right? That should make it easier to move forward. All right. Kaito, thank you for the $5 donation. Hi, Rory. I've been dating a guy for 2 months. When and how should I ask boyfriends to be exclusive, or should I wait him to ask me? Okay. There is some... I'm going to say this once, and for the people in the audience, don't get too excited about this, because I want to dive a little more into the studies that I've found. Oh, what was your donation? Maybe I did. I'll check out your donation in just a second. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna find you. But basically, there is some literature that suggests that when the man asks the woman out to be exclusive, particularly to be exclusive, right? So they're already dating, and the man asks the woman to be exclusive, boyfriend, girlfriend. There is some studies that suggest that the relationship lasts longer. I'm going to be doing a video about this. I'm going to cite all the studies. So I would say, in the interest of being confident, there's 2 ways you could go about it. You could either say, like, look, really enjoying having fun with you. I'd like to take it to the next level. You could do that. And if he says no, well, great. Then you're not wasting your time anymore. No, if you're gay, that doesn't change the answer. Nope, same answer. In fact, if that would even nullify the answer, right? That way it wouldn't matter. Okay, so I missed somebody's... okay, I see your name. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but let me find your donation. Here we go. Okay, I found it. Thank you for the $10 donation. I have found your donation. Give me 1 second. Bobo, I'm going to get to you in just a second. But Daco says she was sexually assaulted 2 years prior to us meeting, and she never went to therapy or anything for it. Oh, that's so sad. She said it was something that she needed to deal with on her own. Is no contact ideal for this? It wouldn't really involve you. No contact and her sexual abuse 2 years ago wouldn't really have anything to do with no contact. Does that... Yeah, that wouldn't be something you'd be too concerned about. That's not going to affect your particular situation. So, yes, you should go into no contact. And I hope she gets the help that she needs. That sucks. All right, Bobo said, 2 months from no contact from the day of our second breakup. 1.5 year relationship. Monday, she texted asking to get together to catch up. She's coming over Friday for drinks. Should I be cautious going into this? She's coming to your house to drink alcohol and hang out with you. I would not be cautious. I would go and have a good time. That's a good sign, my friend. Congratulations. That's a good sign. What I would not do is set expectation. Don't set expectation. Your intent is to do nothing other than have a good time. That's it. So focus on having a good time. And let us know how it goes. I'm excited to hear how that goes. See, everybody, exes reach out. It happens. All right, let's get to some other questions here. Yanni says, I saw the guy I'm dating asking the number of a girl on my birthday. I saw him keep looking at her, and she likes her too, and she likes her too. Who likes who? English, guys, come on. Let me try and decipher this. I saw the guy I'm dating ask the number of a girl on my birthday. I saw him keep looking at her, and she likes him too, but telling me, your guy looks so bored, do something. Okay, are you guys officially dating? If you're officially dating, then that's not a relationship I'm confident in. So I definitely wouldn't... Yeah, I definitely wouldn't continue that relationship if that's what's going on. Careful. That's all I'll say. Just be careful. Okay. Chang says, been broken up for almost 6 months. He sent me a birthday gift last month and reached out last week. Asked what I've been up to. I restated the clean slate message. He did not respond. What now? So I don't believe in clean slate messages. I don't think that's the way that we have healthy relationships. The clean slate doesn't exist, guys. The emotional thing that you're talking about doesn't, it happened. You can't just ignore that it happened. So I want you guys to be very careful about this idea of clean slates. So I'll get to these donations in just a second. Let me get to another question from the regular chat. And that is, how do you know that you are actually putting the effort in working on yourself? Do you feel better? Do you feel like you're growing? Do you feel stronger? Happier? I think that's sort of the best, measure of your self-love, your self-worth. Are you becoming better? More emotionally at peace, more physically stronger? Are you hanging out with more friends? All that. So Kim says, thank you for the 10 euros. Kim says, where'd you go? After 2 months of no contact, I got hired by his company. Day 3 of work, I ran into him. We didn't exchange a word nor look at each other. Why is he still so cold? Well, look at it from his point of view. He might be thinking that you got hired at that job specifically to try and get him back. Think of it from their point of view. What I would do is just be relaxed. Don't give in. Don't give him any strong emotion one way or the other. Just be yourself. Just be you. Have fun. Be pleasant. Right? You don't need to go out of your way to please him or anything like that. Just do you. If he says hi to you, you say hi back. Match his emotion. Alrighty, Alex, thank you for the $20 donation. 3 months no contact after 2 years on and off. Surprisingly, feels like I'm moving on. Dating amazing new people. Met a girl I'm really into. What should I ask myself to make sure I'm ready for a new relationship? Let's make a wish come true. Aw, thank you so much. What should you ask yourself? Simply this. Here's a question that will help you understand if you're ready to date. Don't worry, guys. If I missed your question, I'm going to go back over it. The question is, and Jesus, guys, cool it with the donations. I'll get to you. Holy God. The answer to your question should be, am I ready to risk? Love inherently is a risk. Love inherently is a risk. You cannot love if you do not risk. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. You cannot love if you do not risk. Am I ready to risk? That's it. Alrighty. So Daco says, what I meant is she broke up with me because she said she needs to learn to love herself before she could commit to me. I was asking if I'd go no contact in that situation. Yes, you'd still go no contact in that situation. You absolutely still go no contact in that situation. Okay. Master Chief says, my ex of 6 years left me for a guy she only knew for a month. I worked a lot to move to her, and she left because he gave her attention while I was working. That's not why she left. She left because there were other areas of her life that she wasn't happy in. That's why she left. There were other areas that were happening in her life that she wasn't happy in. So, and in the relationship as well. So what I would do is really decide for yourself, what about this relationship caused her to break up with me? She didn't break up with you because your relationship was perfectly happy, and then out of nowhere she left. Right? That doesn't happen. Something was happening within the relationship, and then another guy also caught her attention, and then she left. So I think that's a better way to look at the situation. Alrighty, so DeBoy Truth, thank you for the $10 donation. Hi Rory, my ex was liking my posts. It was her daughter's birthday, and she liked 4 of my posts. I didn't reciprocate and wish her daughter a happy birthday the next day. She unfriended me. Any thoughts? I mean, that's the game, man. It is what it is. Sometimes it was her daughter's birthday. She liked 4 of my posts. She's angry that you didn't wish her daughter a happy birthday. I mean, that's really it. And I think it's important to realize that, look, we can't please everybody. You have to do what's best for your mental health. You can't always worry about their mental health. You're part of this. You're part of this. What you do is part of this. How you feel is part of this. So I would continue no contact. Let her cool down. Don't get worried. It's okay. Focus on yourself. Alrighty, Roy says, hi Rory, I told my ex I can't do friendship as I still have feelings for her, but she continues to text me every day, and I don't want to be rude by ignoring her, and she's in a rebound relationship. Roy, it's not that you want to be rude, it's that you want to hold your boundaries. Hold your boundaries. You're not holding to your boundaries. Why should she respect you when you're not respecting yourself? Think about that. If you want it to work, you have to follow the advice. That's really it. Right? Say, hey, you're dating somebody else. I'm not comfortable with talking to you. I want you romantically. If it doesn't work out, give me a call. And then if she won't respect you, then you can block her. Then you can ignore her because she's not respecting you. She's going against your will for hers. Think about that. Alrighty, Casper says, hi Rory, my ex reached out. Ready to talk about it now? Hope I'm not angry. I didn't talk about the breakup and said we're good. Had a small chat, ended positively. We see each other often online now. How to behave around him? I mean, really, you guys only should be talking if he reaches out, and if he reaches out and you want him back, great. Then set a date. It sounds like you're both on the same page. Sounds like you're both willing to talk to one another. Alrighty, Lev Ornstein, I like the Dark Souls joke, says, hi Rory, 2 months since the breakup, no contact, gym, gained 10 pounds, I was underweight. My question is, how to trust people after being verbally abused for months? Honestly, the real answer there, focus on yourself. Focus on your mental health with a counselor specifically. If you want to get past the abuse, you need to learn to trust again. And it's important to say that not everybody's out to get you, but you surround yourself with people who love you, who support you, who want to see you succeed. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Counseling and surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed, because you learn to trust people again. Oh, hi, Rami. How are you? Hi, Rory. This is Rami. Just want to say thank you. I started dating and got a boyfriend recently. Your stream and videos helped me through my toughest time. I finally moved on after a year and a half. Congratulations. Good on you. Good on you. Proud of you. Success stories left and right today, everybody. Success stories left and right. Alrighty. Master Chief says, I treated her like a queen. It's been a month. Has she really moved on? Careful about the mind reading. Remember, we don't know. We are not sure. Focus on you. If you treated your partner like they're royalty, they're going to act like royalty. So we need to learn not to do that. We can't place all of our happiness in a person who didn't care to stay. There was somebody posted something on my Discord the other day, and it said this: don't be the go-to person for the person you can't go to. And I was like, yeah, simple, effective, I like it. It works. Alrighty, Alan says, avoidant ex has commitment issues and is attracted to random people just before moving in with me. She wants to know what this is about, but loves me so much. She had issues in the start as well, but loving 2 years. Do I still have a chance? Guys, careful about the have a chance questions, right? That's mind reading. We don't know. I know how you can make your chance better. Focus on yourself. Hi, Casper. How are you? If your avoidant ex has commitment issues and was about to move in with you and then broke up with you and dated other people, I mean, isn't that par for the course? You know, your ex is avoidant. Your ex has commitment issues. So we can't exactly be confused that your ex doesn't want to move in with you, because that's a form of commitment, right? Think of it that way. And don't forget to love yourself and focus on yourself. Alrighty, Anthony, thank you for the donation. Hey, Rory, was really close with my ex's little sisters. We were in a 3-year relationship and been in no contact for 3 months. Is it a good idea to get them a Christmas present as a goodbye from me? I think if it's for the sisters, that's totally fine. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. And good on you. You have a good heart. Don't get your ex anything, though. Or you can... Here's what I would do. Here's the classy move. Get a gift and address it to the family. Something for everybody, like a gift basket, something like that. Chocolates, typical holiday gift bundle, flavored popcorn and you know, fancy salmon, whatever. That's what we got. Somebody sent that to us the other day. So, address it to the family. You can't go wrong. All right, let's get to some more questions from the chat. Stephen Chan says, hi, Rory. I'm still in a relationship on Facebook and have a profile picture of me and my ex. I haven't posted it to... Where did your question go? So many people. I haven't posted to or updated social media in years. Can I leave those as is, or should I change it? I would change the relationship status. If your ex's name is in it, I would change it for a very specific reason. How will you act when your ex does that to you? Think about it that way. How will you act when your ex finally changes that status on Facebook? Will it hurt? So to me, it is much better to inflict rather than to be inflicted upon in this context, in Facebook, right? I'm not talking about anything else, specifically Facebook. If you see that one day she woke up and changes your status to, broken up, and then one day you check and you see, oh, it's single now. Is that going to destroy your day? Because if it is, let's skip that whole chapter. You do it first. You do it first. So, something to think about. All right, let's get to some more chat questions. Victor Estrada, my ex-girlfriend of 4 years, keeps calling me every day, but insists she isn't ready for anything and displays very hot and cold behavior. It's been 2 months, and we spent Thanksgiving together. Advice? Yeah, my advice is to take the advice, right? If you're not in a relationship, you shouldn't be messing around with your ex unless it's romantic. We've covered this, guys. Focus on yourself, right? No contact. Say, hey, if you want to break up with me, no problem, but I'm not going to be your buddy. I'm not going to be your friend. And that's exactly what you're doing with her right now. You're being her buddy. You're being her friend. She's giving you nothing other than her time. And you're not getting a relationship, which is the whole point, right? That's why we're here. How to get my ex back. So she doesn't need to give herself to you or any of that. If you're, what was that quote earlier? If you have the cow without doing the milking, something like that. So consider that. Consider that. She's doing none of the hard work and she's still getting the reward. You're the reward, but you need to treat yourself like one. All right, let's get to another one here. Jace, or Jas, whatever that says. Jas Soul. She gave me her Disney Plus account 2 weeks after after the breakup. We share Hulu, and contacted me twice about random things. Does her wanting to keep that business going mean anything? I'd be careful about that. But hey, at least you get to watch Mandalorian. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. No, to answer your question. It might just mean, okay, well, hey, we share Hulu, so this is... Hulu's owned by Disney, by the way. So here's this account. Oh, I missed another donation? Well, yeah, you guys have them flying at me. Let me take a peek at yours. One second. I'm not seeing you. Yeah, are you? Is it under a different username? Because if not, you're not showing up for me. Let's. Oh, here you go. Oh, you half an hour ago. Sorry about that. Yeah, bear with me, guys. There's so many of you. Thank you for the donation. X won't remove in a relationship on Facebook. After the breakup, she just said she doesn't want to. Makes it real. It's been 3 months. Also, anything I need to look out for regarding her completely unwilling to come back? Well, look, it's the same answer I just gave. She doesn't want to remove in a relationship yet. She eventually will want to remove that. And this goes for everybody listening. If you're ever in a situation like that, we place so much importance in social media. It makes me want to vomit. Social media has completely destroyed relationships. The question is basically, hey, she hasn't removed our status showing that we're in a relationship, but she has removed her actual self in my life. When I ask why she doesn't want to remove in a relationship, she says, well, it makes it real. It's been 3 months since the breakup. So you remove it. And the fact that you're getting up and checking all the time, right, means you if that's not gone, the relationship isn't actually over. But she's not actually giving you anything you want. You're not actually dating. So what I would do is back away, remove that for yourself. That way you're not going to have it inflicted upon you one day, right? You're not going to wake up and check Facebook and see, uh-oh, she listed me as single, and your whole week is destroyed. Let's skip that chapter. Do it yourself. Also, anything I need to look out for regarding her completely unwilling to come back. It's mind reading. It's not a question we can answer. That's ever changing. How your ex feels today and how they feel 6 months from now can be completely different, right? So it's not a question we can answer because the circumstances will change. Okay, Sora says, hey, Rory, during Christmas, should I say Merry Christmas to my ex or should I wait for her to do it? You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. You've been with my community for a very long time. You know the answer to that. Don't reach out for Christmas. Don't reach out for New Year's. Don't reach out for birthdays. If there's a death in the family, you can send a nice card and address it to the family. But that's, let's not try and go to, I know you guys want to talk to your ex. No contact is the safest way. It just is. Hi, Rory. How often do you see long-distance relationship reconciliation? I have seen it happen. It's funny how people in long-distance relationships are perfectly fine in long-distance relationships. But when there's a breakup, they're like, we can't get back together. It's long distance. It's sort of like, it didn't matter during the relationship. Why should it matter during the breakup? Okay. E-Patron. Thank you for the donation. Mom wished me a happy birthday. She responded with an essay that she feels bad at the moment, and she hasn't closed the chapter or can't close it yet, even though it might look like that for me. Very confused. 2 months. Look, breakups come with consequences. If you break up with somebody, you need to expect that there's going to be some consequences. Basically, what a lot of the questions have said today, folks, is that my ex isn't ready to completely let go. And it's not so much that I want you to be angry or mean to your ex. It's that I want you to give them consequence. That's what no contact is, folks. It's consequence. Right? It is consequence. It shows them, look, if you're going to break up with me, that's fine. But I'm not going to hang out. I'm not going to give you 20% when we used to have 100%. Think about that. Think about it that way. I'm blocked from your live on my other channel. Maybe the automatic computer got you. I don't know. I only block people when they're being trolls or when they're spamming. Those are pretty much the only 2 times. So if you're blocked, you either used a word the YouTube automatic computer didn't like, or you were spamming something over and over and over again, or you were being racist or sexist. So if you didn't do any of those things, let me know what your other username is, and I'll see why you got blocked. But, you know, take pity on me, guys. There's over 300 of you here. There's 1 of me. Coffee hour with Rory, yeah. I missed it. I forgot how many of you there were. What is flirting like through text with an ex? Kind of just like regular flirting. Just like regular flirting. The flirting should be done in person. A little harmless flirting over text is not a big deal. I'm not discouraging it. I'm just saying it's better served in person. Your name is Kara? I'll look for you. Again, it might have been YouTube's automatic computer. There's like a bot that YouTube uses, and sometimes it automatically blocks people. I don't know why. But after this, I'll look into it. Thanks for letting me know. DW says, thank you for the saving lives of many men. Dating is 100% harder for us. You're giving us hope. Happy holidays. You're welcome. I don't know that it's harder. I think we face different challenges. It's hard to say which is harder. But you're welcome all the same. Your thoughts of being red-pilled or blue-pilled? That's a video I'm going to do soon. I've been avoiding doing that video because the red pill community has a very, very toxic user base. And I don't know that that's something I want to come to my channel. So, and I've said this before, if I do a red pill video, sort of explaining what it is and my thoughts on it, I'm probably not going to use the word red pill on the title, because I don't want that to come to my channel, or men going their own way or anything like that. But we'll see. It's going to be something, if I do it, I'm going to do it in the next 2 weeks. And yes, you are absolutely right, Daniel. We're going to do more dating videos. By the way, I didn't mention, Sam, thank you for the $1 donation. I really appreciate it. So, Nora, your messages are showing up. I can see them. Yeah, guys, if you can see your messages pop up, then they're showing up. But I think a lot of people are like, hey, my question's not getting answered. I'm either being ignored or my messages aren't showing up. They never think, hey, there's 316 people here. So, it's there's a lot of you guys. And I'm definitely going to be getting a couple of more mods to help me manage this. Because it's getting to the point where it's growing, and it's really cool that it's growing. And I have you guys to thank. Do you think our exes can be happy with other people? Yeah. I mean, anybody can be happy with anybody if you think about it. But I think the best way to think about that question, let me reword your question is, we want to be happy with ourselves, right? If your ex doesn't work on themselves, doesn't take care of themselves, has a set of problems or anxieties or anything like that, you know, they're not really focusing on themselves, and the cycle repeats. Have you started writing your new book on dating? Maybe. Slow mode is activated. Sorry, I think I froze there for a second. The question was, did I start writing the book on dating? And the answer is maybe. Slow mode is activated, believe it or not, but YouTube slow mode sucks compared to Twitch's slow mode, so I'm going to see if I can tinker with it a little more. But at this point, folks, I am going to drop the live stream here because I have to go do some coaching. Thank you all for showing up. Now, if your question was not answered, what I like to do is invite you to leave it as a comment below, and I will do my very best to get to all of the questions. It's hard. A lot of the questions are repetitive, but I'm going to do my best to try and get to each and every one of them. So thank you for showing up. Yeah, data was actually quite quiet today. So like I said, guys, if your questions weren't answered, please leave them as a comment below. I would be eternally grateful if you like this video, because when you like it, we stand a better chance of getting seen by more people, and that takes away views from Brad Browning and Dan Bacon and, you know, Clay Andrews and whoever else sucks. So thank you guys so much. I always appreciate you guys being here, and I'll catch you all next time.